At long last, the final Theros Beyond Death opening, bundle opening. As you can see here, I have a couple that I've previously opened and had some good pulls. I still think, that this bundle is an incredible product, especially for $40 at MSRP. At least in the US, this stuff is still selling. Theros' expected value, rather, is higher than Kamigawa, higher than, what's the other new set, Dominaria United. Now, I understand Europe might be a little different, card market and all that, but, higher expected value, of course, and it's a few years old, so prices are a lot more stable. It was a great set. I also think underappreciated. And this bundle just has a ton of value. And if you've seen another video where I'm doing this, then I apologize, but I will recap anyways. So the bundle MSRPs, I can't remember what MSRP, but I'm selling it for $40, which I think is fair. I've seen them go up as much as $80 in some places. And let me explain what you get very briefly. A little insert regarding the lore. Thassa's Oracle is a great, I think Oracle's a great card to get, and I did pull it, both the foil and non-foil, from these bundles. So, like all bundles, this pulls out. There's a little poster. This is a total waste. If I end up opening all the bundles and there's none for sale, then I'm sorry about that. I couldn't help myself. It's just, you really don't lose much opening these things at all, so let's just show the contents very quickly. This is a deck box. Can't get enough of those, really. Very sturdy material, very cool. All the bundles have their own rendition. Obviously, if you're a big fan of Theros Beyond Death, this is the one you want to have. This set is a few years old now, so I know the hype kind of dies, but here we go. So these spin downs are great. The oversized spin downs, these D20s, and let me adjust my light. And if you look at past sales on eBay, people are selling these as much as $15. I mean, that's obviously absurd, but I saw people selling lots of $6, $30, and they sold out, had multiple lots of these. So you get the spin down. That's already going to give you some value. You have the 2 reference cards, of course, so not a bad gift for a relatively new player of the game. Obviously, there's other ways to learn than from reference cards, but just a little intro material there. And then you get this guy right here. This is a promo Errasta the Endless Web, which is a rare from this set, but this is the alternative art and in foil. And in this packet, you have 20 basic lands that are foil, and then another 20 that are non-foil. And this is a couple bucks too, so you add these two things together and you can almost knock $10 off of the price of the box. Or more, depending where you're selling them. So, that's cool. Spin down, again, very cool too. And then this is most of the value right here, which are the 10 booster packs that you get. So here's the deck box, very solid material. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of this. I have a couple now from having opened these bundles, and most of my stock for the store is in stuff like this. All right, so one more point, and that is just that I have found that these bundles can be amazing. I don't know, and I'm talking out of my ass saying this, but it doesn't seem like Wizards puts the same kind of quality control into these bundles as they do for booster boxes. So if you open a lot of booster boxes, you'll realize, you never get duplicates of any of the big hits, of course. It's rare to even get duplicates of rares, which statistically is very unlikely. And I know this is all common knowledge, so I don't need to talk about this, but in my experience, I've had boxes where I got 0 mythics, but I've also had boxes where I've had as many mythics as you would expect in a booster box. So I don't think they do the same kind of quality control. It really feels like they just kind of put a couple packs in here. Last thing, in terms of the value perspective, you get these beautiful full art lands that you'll see in a second, and those also have a ton of value, right? You sell them in play sets. The island is worth $2 or more. Somebody just bought a bunch on TCG Player for a couple dollars. So there's a lot of value in here. Then you have a lot of these items, the dice, the land pack with the promo card, and then just the lands, and you've already made up quite a bit. So that's why I think this is a great set. And then, of course, you have some great mythics and great rares in this set. Many cards above 20 bucks, which is more than a lot of other sets can say, like Innistrad, Crimson Vow, Zendikar, but there obviously Zendikar. Oh, this is a nice uncommon. With Zendikar Rising, you do have the Expedition Expedition box topper, which helps a lot. There are 2 great uncommons, 3 great uncommons. Hydra's Growth is the least value. Forget the others. Right off the bat, we have a mythic. Okay, please be something good. Awesome. All right, Nyxbloom Ancient. Really good card. What do we have behind it? And these are these full art lands I was talking about, and a foil common. All right. Well, right out of the gates, we have an incredible mythic. This is a card I've seen sell a lot more in the States in terms of value. You can walk into almost every shop. They've buy listed this for 14, 15 bucks. But here in Europe, in France, I mean, depending where you live, they're a little cheaper. I mean, look, you gotta say this is a pack fresh version, right? This is a pack fresh card, and that obviously has additional value, and it's in English, which has more collector's value. So that's going to put a little premium on it. But still, you know, this is a $20 to $25 card easy in the States. It makes it hard to determine what price to put it on the eBay store, because I don't really care if I don't part with it, and I have already gotten one. I'll probably just put it for a good price, maybe a fair price. You guys, if you want this card and feel it should have a different price, please let me know. Anyways, so then you get these lands. This is the other part of the value. And a Nightmare token. Look at that. What a great start. This is the best token in the set. So I'm definitely going to sleeve this guy up too. All right. What a start. And then we have a foil common, this Riptide Turtle, and here's how we're going to do it. We're going to put the uncommons here, commons here, foils down here, lands here. All right. So these are those lands, which honestly, I'm sorry, I'm taking a lot of time. We're at 7 minutes already. I'll have timestamps. I'm just going to foil every single one of these lands because these lands are great. These lands are beautiful, and they're all worth a couple bucks. Excuse me. I'm not cold, I just have an allergy. And, sorry, I don't have a cold, I just have an allergy. I'm allergic to cats, and we have a cat here. Now, maybe I just have to go back to the States to sell some of these cards. Where I'm from in California, we had a great LGS, and that's the one I looked up in terms of the buy list to figure out what they were willing to pay for a card like this. And I was shocked to see, you know, I could just walk into that store with a pack fresh version and get even more money than was shown on a lot of card market sites, which I thought was very interesting, that there'd be such a gap. Just fill my suitcase with these. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's Enemy of Enlightenment. Oh, nice. This is actually an uncommon that I needed to complete my uncommon set. And behind that, we have a rare, and it's an intervention. So even though I don't know, I'm going to put this on the side. These are going to be uncommons that I need for my own set, so they're not bulk. I forgot to mention everything else in here that is bulk is open. What I mean by that is if you order from me, I'll put bulk rares here. If you order from me, I will allow you to choose any piece of bulk. And if you buy a bigger card, if you buy something like Nyxbloom Ancient, you can request multiple pieces of bulk with your order. So you can say, hey, I bought Nyxbloom, give me 4 or 5 pieces of bulk. So you see me open it in this video, and it's not going on the shop like this Nihilist Intervention. Request it, and unless I'm wrong about this card. If it turns out I was wrong, I just remember the intervention cards not being so great. But if I'm wrong and that is not bulk, then obviously disregard. But everything else that you see, these uncommons, obviously the commons, most of the tokens, these little hollows here, let me know. Let me know. And I'll give it to you. Just send an email before you make the purchase so we can agree what you want me to send with your order. Just gonna move my light here a bit. Apologies. All right. Cool card. I love the sort of Greek aesthetic on all these cards. They're really, I just think so beautiful. I think the set is so underrated. Now that it's out of print, I think it's out of print, right? It's been a couple of years. Very cool. I think value's just going to keep going up, and they just have some heavy hitters like this Nyxbloom Ancient that I think, this is a good comment, that'll keep the value high for a while. Here we go. Uncommons. I think this is not one of the uncommons I needed. I think I just got that last set. Can't remember about this, but I'll put it in there for now. Behind it, what do we have? A rare, and it is. Oh, cool. Now, I don't know if this is a big hit, but a very cool card. I will sleeve it up anyways to be safe. Very cool. Nightmare Shepherd. I mean, that art is just amazing, isn't it? That should count for something. And if I'm wrong here in sleeving it, and this is bulk, of course, like I said, it's fair game. And then we'll do that forest. And I may do an awkward cut here. I apologize. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And disregard, because I'll be back if not. So I checked my list and also this card right here, and I was wrong. As cool as this card is, I will count this as bulk. So if you order, I may as well keep the sleeve on it, but if you order something like the Nyxbloom Ancient, both of these cards, which are both decent cards, will count as bulk, and request them. So send me that email. Say, hey, I want these cards. I generally refer to bulk as anything that is less than $1 on MTG. Stocks, which compiles data from TCG Player. So, you know, some of these may have sold for about $1 in recent sales, and maybe if you buy them as singles, but I'm probably not going to list those with that kind of value, and for that reason, I would love to spice up your order with them. Again, just love the art on these cards. I wish I had a really nice camera and a nice setup to showcase these cards better. Obviously, it probably helps sell them too. This is a very good uncommon. I definitely have a play set of these now. These are actually, this is a good card. Mystic Repeal. You know, again, very nice looking. Thundering Chariot. That was one of the ones I needed. Got it last bundle opening. Behind it, we have a rare, and it is Archon of Sun's Grace. Nice. Behind that, ooh, and we have a foil card, foil uncommon. Let's see what that is. I'm gonna do the safe thing and sleeve this. Very nice, very cool, and I think this is a good hit. I've already forgotten the big hits from this, but very nice. Can't hurt to sleeve it. We got the land, and behind that, a foil uncommon. Could it be a Hydra's Growth? Oh, this is actually a pretty good uncommon. Look at that. So let's sleeve it up. Wolf Willow Haven is a good uncommon, and have it in foil, all the better. But if you order something like the Nyxbloom Ancient, I'll let you take this. But not a bad card. I'll put that over here in the hits file for now. All right, halfway point, and then I'll take another awkward cut. See, this is just as far as I'm concerned, value, just value. Couple, you know, $10 right here, you get at least, I don't know, I mean, if you go by market price, about $10 in land too. And then you get some of the other stuff for free, and the boosters for less than $2 a booster. And again, you could probably get loose boosters pretty cheap, maybe they're $4. But I wouldn't trust those. You know, loose boosters, that's probably somebody who opened a box, got some good hits early, and decided, you know what, since I'm unlikely to get these hits again, let's sell the remaining boosters. The expected value just dropped. Let's sell them. Very cool, huh? Some of these cards just so cool. Heroes of the Revel. Staggering Insight, both cards I needed before last bundle, and Impending Doom. What do we have behind it? A rare, and that is Nessian Boar. That is certainly not a big hit. That is bulk, and that is up for grabs island. Now this right here, this is the best land. Somebody just bought a ton of these on TCG Player for about $2 each if you go to recent sales as of, I think it was October 19. All right, and a wall token, which isn't so bad either. And we're back. Sorry for another awkward jump. That opened easy, almost too easy. What is going on? That's actually really cool. I've never seen an Ultra Pro. Would have loved that Theros Beyond Death binder there. I wasn't very into Magic when the set came out, so I don't know what the hype level was, how people felt about it, but I look at some of these cards, the art, the value too, which is people voting with the wallets, I guess. Very nice uncommon. Well, I don't know, very nice, but better than average uncommon. Ooh, an uncommon I needed, I believe. Behind it, we have another rare, and that rare is Setessan Champion. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Good card. Another card, though, that I may hold on to, maybe on the eBay store, but sells for so much more in the States. It's a $5 card there. Card Market, it's what, a $3 card? I don't know. The thing I don't know about Card Market is, do those average prices take into account quality and language, right? If it's a damaged Italian copy that gets sold, does that become part of the price on the card? I don't know, but this is an amazing rare to have. And then a swamp token, or zombie token, and a swamp. Well, I would say between this Nyxbloom Ancient that we pulled in the beginning and the Setessan Champion, we're doing pretty well. At the very end, I will recap what counts as bulk and what you can request along with your order. You can just take a guess, though. I will say I'm not trying to get people to watch my videos, so you know I'm opening this. You've seen it. You can just guess what I have for bulk, right? And that goes for all the other sets, too. A little hint, and if you're wrong, I'll tell you. If I don't, oh, nice, look at that. Nice, nice. This is kind of what I love about sets like this, when you have a good uncommon cycle. And I think this is one of the ones I need right behind it. We'll check in a second. Very good. I hate to put it over Setessan Champion. Maybe I'll just move it here to the side. Now it's, oh, I don't know. I can't remember. Hero of the Winds, though, is one that I needed. So that's nice. What do we have behind it? Mythic, 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 mythic. Oh, boy, guys. Pressure is on for it to be a big mythic. Hopes are low. Keep my expectations low. And my expectations were low, and this card is sweet. I think this is the card I'm thinking, you know, I'll have to double check. I'm going to sleeve it. It's a mythic. It deserves a sleeve and a hard case anyways, but I actually think I did very well. And a foil land behind it, guys. I'd rather see a foil land than almost any other foil, to be honest with you. Very nice. All right. Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. I do believe that's a pretty dope hit. Very, very cool. All right, fine. I'm going to go straight into the hard case. I'm sorry. If you're watching this, though, this is the whole point of these videos, is to show you what I pull and its casing. And if you order this card from me, in addition to choosing from all the bulk I've opened in this video, oh my goodness, are you kidding? Well, it's in a case, thankfully, so it didn't do any damage. I want you to see how well I handled the card. Obviously, that wasn't a good example. because I think it's important that every card comes to you in that pack fresh condition. Here it is. So if you order from me, this is the card you're going to get, obviously. There is the tiniest little nick here on the top, a little white dot on the upper left. Very minor. I mean, obviously it's still near mint. Doesn't count as gem mint though. I'm not sure. Here's the back look. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it on the back. Okay, very cool. And if that was much ado about nothing, I'll be very embarrassed. But I think that was one of the hits. Certainly was at one time. I think it's still one of the hits, is my point. Oh, and it's a foil mountain, which I don't have. Just as an aside, I don't know what to do with those foils. What I think I'm going to do is put them into packs. So I'm going to sell lands as sets, and I hate to do this. It sounds like a gimmick. I was going to say I'd randomly insert a foil along with it. Forget it. Forget that. I probably will, but I'll have that listed on the item. I don't want to sound like I'm a promoter. Thank you. Guys, I am beyond thrilled about that cut. This is the best card in the set. Oh my goodness, guys. This just made my day. This just made my day. Man, this card is awesome. In the same bundle, I got Nyxbloom Ancient. Guys, you know, just know this put a huge smile on my face. And for anyone purchasing these, if they are for sale, I have duplicates of this guy, so I will sell one. This, I may not, but, you know, the whole point here is I'm trying to see how long I can sustain by opening packs and selling the contents at a fair price. Everything's going to be pack fresh. Everything's going to be in perfect condition. As much as I really want to keep this card, this would fund a whole other bundle almost. So I'm going to have to think about it. Two amazing cards, and I'm going to say it right now in case you're watching. If you order this card from me, how can I sweeten the offer for you? Well, here's some bulk you can request, right? As I've made clear. Heck, you order either this or Nyxbloom Ancient, take all three. And then I'll throw something in to spice it up, right? I got this foil Wolf Willow Haven, maybe Argent of Sun's Grace, which is a good card. Maybe even the Nightmare Token. I'm very mixed on that, but if you're going to order one of these from me, just this Setessan Champion, sadly no, just send me an email. Foil Mountain, maybe. You know, send me an email and say, hey, I'm interested in this card. What will you give me? What will you add to it? All right. Another rough cut. I apologize. Before we finish these final three packs, man, I could end now. These are some of the best mythics in the set, Nyxbloom Ancient, and I knew Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger was a sweet card in terms of how good it was, but I haven't opened up this product. I wasn't actually back in the game when this came out, and, you know, I just opened a bunch of Zendikar Rising where you have really good cards in terms of playability, like Skyclave, Apparition, or Scootswarm that are worth almost nothing. I mean, not almost nothing, but, you know, Skyclave, Apparition, you would think, maybe if it wasn't in a Challenger deck, but you'd think be worth $10, you know, at least, how good it is. So that is part of why when I saw this, I knew it was a great mythic, but I just didn't know it was the best mythic. Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger is the best mythic hit in this whole set, and it deserves it. I don't know. I'll showcase all the cards again at the end of it, but all right, I could end this opening now. We're 7 packs in, only 2 mythics, but 2 of the best mythics that Theros Beyond Death has to offer. Well, I'm hoping at the very least we can finish the uncommon set with these final 3 packs. That would be really cool. I only need a couple more uncommons. I like finishing sets because it makes me excited for the odd uncommon. And that's half the reason I make these videos. I mean, of course, just to showcase the product, but helps me sometimes when I go back to itemize everything. Drag to the Underworld is, I think, ooh, there it is, Underworld Fires. I needed that. Great, I'm going to put that over here. Stinging Lionfish I did need until last bundle. All right, guys. Can we keep this incredible mythic streak alive? It's a rare. But can it be? No, it can't be. That is a bulk rare. That means it is up for grabs. So, if you've seen this video and you order anything from me, that is a rare that you can request. It's not immediately in a sleeve, but I will sleeve it after this. I just don't think it needs to be on camera. So all of these beautiful full art lands will be sleeved, of course, as I mentioned. There's value in all of them. And yeah, part of the reason these pack openings take a while is because I just enjoy opening these packs, and I want to savor it. And you guys can just use timestamps if you're looking at the product. Cool memory drain. Don't remember last time I pulled that. Of course, it's just hard. It's hard to film and talk. I probably should just not talk. And if you guys give me feedback and say, cut the voice out, you know, I will. I apologize in advance if it's just annoying. All right, what do we have for uncommons? Entrancing Lyre, which is not an uncommon we needed. Chainweb Arachnir. No, we didn't need it. What do we have for the rare? Boom! Mantle of the Wolf. Very cool. I don't think it's one that we needed. And behind that we have another island. Beautiful. That is a cool card. I'm almost confident, or almost positive that's just bulk, but I'll sleeve it up. And again, if it is bulk, which I'm assuming it is, this is up for grabs. All right, one pack left. This full art island we are absolutely sleeving. And human soldier token. All right, guys, here we go. Last pack. Can we get 3 mythics? I mean, I can't ask for anything because of these 2 cards. I cannot, seriously. I have no right to ask for anything, but would be sweet. Here we go. I'm going to savor this one, so apologies again in advance. Stampede Rider. Discordant Piper. Okay, let's at least get one of the uncommons that we need. That might be a needed uncommon, so I'll put it over here. This was, no longer is. What do we have behind it? Mythic, mythic, mythic. Please be mythic. It's a rare, and it's a red rare. Oh, guys. You kidding me? Is this real life? This was such a good bundle. I think I'm probably good on opening product for a while. What a great card. I do know that this is more in the States, this buy list, for at least $5, if not more. It is market price, about $8 or $9. One of the better rares. I don't know in Europe what the pricing is. But very, very cool card. All right, well, in case you have watched to this part of the video, I'm going to do a quick recap of this bundle opening, what will be available for sale, and what you can get as a little bonus for your order. So first of all, I think I'm going to sell these lands as sets, but they are just beautiful. Just these full art lands are just gorgeous. I think I got this mountain foil. So I'll probably do play sets, or maybe sets. I'm not quite sure. If you order something big for me, you can request some of these too. But I don't consider these bulk. I just think these are beautiful, and I'm going to package them up. Of course, I have some for myself. Okay, what are we going to do next? I'll do the big hits. So clearly these are the premier hits. Pack Fresh, Nyxbloom Ancient, and Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. So these are the two top cards. Slightly, just ever so slightly miscut here on the top right. That is such a shame to see that. But, you know, it's certainly near mint. I mean, this is the one thing sometimes I feel, yeah, that's just on the, sometimes I wonder if I should do the top loaders right away. You get a little dot on it. Don't know what it's from, but these are the two big hits. I already have one of these, so it's definitely on the store. This might be on the store, but it might be too hard to part with it. So I'll put those there. Now, in terms of second tier hits, second tier, these are still incredible hits. We have Underworld Breach and Setessan Champion. In US, at least, both over $5. Again, like I said, we'll see about Europe, but they are mint US, so, sorry, mint English copies, so I know that have a little bit more collector's value. This one's beautifully centered, slightly off, oh no, beautifully centered as well, my mistake. So two amazing hits there too. And then we have a series of smaller hits that are also very good. Some of them kind of obscure. So this is an uncommon Wolf Willow Haven, but a pretty good one. I already mentioned this in the beginning, but if you order any of these two big cards from me, as far as I'm concerned, these are all bulk as well, right? I mean, this is only about $1.50 to begin with. This is about $1.50 as well. Nightmare Token, though, is over $2. This is a cool card. Quite rare. I noticed not a single version of this is selling on Card Market. Wolf Willow Haven. Again, so that is requestable if you order one of those. Only one common, and it's a, or one foil rather, it's a common. A bunch of tokens. The tokens, I think, I'll also count, of course, as bulk, so maybe outside of Nightmare, I could be persuaded there too. So these can be requested. All right, and then finally we have these so-called bulk rares. These are the definition of what I expect to normally give away. Even if you just order something from me that's worth $1, you can still say, hey, give me one of these guys. These two probably being the best. I'm not quite sure about Mantle of the Wolf yet, but you can say, hey, give me one of these to go along with my order. And you order one of these two big guys, you can say, give me a couple of these, but here's bulk for the side. I just don't like selling them individually because you have to price them at least $1, and if they're only worth 75 cents, is it worth it? Finally, we have the uncommons. I don't know if anybody would need these. You know, I'm not even going to show them. I'm going to say you can just guess, right? You can just guess based on the fact that I've opened a couple bundles. So say, hey, give me this as well. So anyways, sorry for extending this longer than it had to be. Thank you so much for watching. I'll probably throw the die, of course, and the pack up as well. These are both good gets as well, I think. So thank you guys so much.